Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lex Morningstar and this channel is about one of the 16 personality types, INFP. But today I'm going to be covering something just a little bit different, and that is the highly sensitive person. If you've stumbled across this video, you may have typed in highly sensitive person in YouTube or Google or whatever your search engine is because you felt like you're different than say the norm, and you're trying to figure out where your sensitivity is coming from and what that all means. Or you could be a returning subscriber of mine, hello, and this video could possibly be for you as well, as many INFPs also cross into that highly sensitive person spectrum. So if you're interested to know if you're a highly sensitive person or not, keep on watching. So before I get into these 6 points, I should explain to you what a highly sensitive person is. So highly sensitive people take up 15 to 20% of the population, and a highly sensitive person processes information differently than a non-highly sensitive person. The highly sensitive person has increased sensitivity of the nervous system, and they have deeper cognitive processing of social, environmental, and emotional stimuli. So I'm about to explain all that in 6 different points, and I'm interested to know whether you can relate to these. My first one is actually quite a massive one for me personally, because when I found that I was a highly sensitive person, there were aspects of me that really stuck out that I had questioned about myself and kind of felt like I was different to others around me. And this first point definitely goes with that fact, and that is suffering from sensory overload. Now that was such a mouthful. Anyways, are you a bit more jumpy than the normal person? Do you get really overwhelmed when you hear really loud noises? Do too many things going on in a room really overwhelm you? Well, you could just be a highly sensitive person. The highly sensitive person suffers more when it comes to sensory overload. And what this means is the highly sensitive person pays way much more attention to detail than the non-highly sensitive person. And this oftentimes can result in sensory overload. So some kind of loud noise or a fabric that doesn't sit well on the person's body, or there's just too much going on at one time. This can really overwhelm the senses of a highly sensitive person. I absolutely can't stand it when there's cartoons going on, there's phones going like YouTube or music, kids running around screaming and squealing, and chitter chatter here and chitter chatter there. It absolutely overwhelms me, and I often find that after this kind of scenario happens, I have to later go and retreat and have a little bit of quiet time. I don't like scary movies. Now, a lot of you may enjoy scary movies, but I feel that I'm particularly sensitive towards violent acts and jump scares. They really affect me, and they make me really nervous, and I especially try to avoid watching scary movies at night because I'll end up just staying up all night. And it's not because the movie is scary or you know how it is by nature, but it's the fact that it's rattled my nervous system up so much that I can't sleep properly. This doesn't always have to be like a negative aspect either. And there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to the highly sensitive person, especially because sensitivity in our Western culture can be perceived as negative or weak, which is absolutely false. This could translate into the fact that the highly sensitive person pays more attention to detail, and the highly sensitive person can pick up on subtleties much more efficiently than the non-highly sensitive person. So this could work well if, say, the highly sensitive person is in a job where they have to think really critically about something, or they have to read between the lines with certain things, or pick up on little minor details that other people might miss. Moving on to the next point. Look me, baby, straight in the eyes. Highly sensitive people process information really deeply and have a really rich inner world. They're the kinds of people who can reflect quite efficiently on situations and experiences that happen in their lives. Highly sensitive people are big picture thinkers and often see things that others can't be bothered doing or have no interest in, if that makes sense. They are extremely perceptive and insightful and often see things that other people might miss. We live in a world where material things matter. We'll turn on the TV and see people like the Kardashians flash their material things around the place, and for them that holds a lot of value. And for many others that holds a lot of value.
Everybody. Lipo? Anyone get lipo?
I did on my love handles.
Okay.
The highly sensitive person is far more interested in the good that humanity can do and what we are capable of as humans versus very materialistic matters. They care about people and ideas and concepts versus things, and thus they can be very creative kinds of people. So the next one is tends to avoid criticism. Like the INFP, the highly sensitive person is extremely sensitive to criticism and can often take constructive criticism quite personally. The reason for this is the fact that the highly sensitive person is very hard on themselves, and they just want to be known to be fundamentally good people who can also make a difference to others. And due to this, they hold themselves to quite a high standard and can tend to be perfectionists. When someone criticizes the highly sensitive person, whether it's due to something that they have done or due to them being themselves, the highly sensitive person can take that as a reflection of their character. And many highly sensitive people do actually care what other people think. I care about what other people think. And we live in a world where we are told that we shouldn't care what other people think, and while that is mostly true, as a highly sensitive person myself, I do care about what others think because I want to be able to make a difference to other people. And if I'm not aware of how they're feeling or what they think of me, I don't feel that I would be of benefit to other people and to help others grow if they have some kind of problem with me. I do want others to like me, and I want others to think that I can really make a difference where it's due. So the next point is that highly sensitive people generally have high EQs. Highly sensitive people have a vast understanding of the human condition and can tend to be very compassionate and empathic. While the highly sensitive person and empaths are two completely different things, many highly sensitive people do have the trait of being empathic. They can very easily read another person's demeanor and often try to decode how another person is feeling or what they're thinking through body language, through tone of voice, and just through the environment. It's as though the highly sensitive person almost has this innate ability to pick up on others, how other people are feeling, what other people are thinking, without of course being able to read minds, but it's more the subtle cues that other people are kind of giving off, the energy that other people are giving off, that the highly sensitive person can so easily pick up on. And therefore the highly sensitive person could make a really great psychologist in the sense that they understand the human mind. You see many other highly sensitive people on the humanitarian front, such as Princess Diana. Now, Princess Diana was considered to be a highly sensitive person and of course ran many charities to help the people. And of course she was considered to be the people's princess. So a clear example there of a humanitarian highly sensitive person. Now for the fifth point, that is highly sensitive people tend to be overthinkers. In addition to being a deep thinker, a highly sensitive person has a tendency to overthink, and this is the negative aspect of being able to think deeply and analytically about things. I'm again unsure of the correlation between being a highly sensitive person and having an anxiety disorder. But as a highly sensitive person, I also have generalized anxiety disorder. So there you go, there's a bit of anecdotal evidence. And also from what I am aware of, many highly sensitive people I know of do also have generalized anxiety disorder. I know many highly sensitive people who also suffer from insomnia. And insomnia, of course, has a strong relation to anxiety disorder and overthinking, because there have been many nights I have laid there in bed just thinking, my mind's wired, can't switch it off, and then I get told, just try and fall asleep. Yeah, if only it was that easy. But anywho, if you're an overthinker, you could be a highly sensitive person. Moving on to the last one, and that is that highly sensitive people are conscientious. When a highly sensitive person cares deeply about a cause that they believe in, or a project or a task at hand, they will work like Trojans. This is especially true if whatever they're working on, whatever task or project or cause they're working on, helps to create a massive impact. Highly sensitive people love to make a difference, and they like to be valued for the skills that they have and what they can bring to the table. If that means they can make a difference, they're gonna work like Trojans, I'm telling you. This can make such a difference in the workplace when a highly sensitive person can work on a project that they really care about to help progress that company forward or that cause forward. Highly sensitive people suit being in creative environments where they can grow and move in certain directions that kind of almost in a way have no limit. It is a smart idea to get a highly sensitive person on your side. I know that for me personally, as a highly sensitive person, when I've had projects that I've been working on that I 100% believed in, you couldn't stop me. It was almost like I was an unstoppable force, and there'd be many moments where I would forget to eat, or I would neglect certain things like that just so that I could get the job done. When I was in high school, I made a pact with myself that I would get the first in drama for my year, and I worked extremely hard at that, often neglecting other subjects, of course, though, like maths, because I didn't really have an interest in it. But with drama class and with any kind of other creative thing that I was really good at, I wanted to be the best at that. And it wasn't because I didn't value anyone else's work, but I valued that skill within myself, and I wanted to be the best that I could be. And of course I worked extremely hard through the year and had gained 100% in every topic that we worked on, and walked away with the first in drama. Now that's a clear example of a highly sensitive person who believes in a project and who believes in a cause, what they're capable of. And there are many more examples that are probably far better than the one I could provide for you. But do a simple quick Google search and you can see how many highly sensitive people are out there that have led causes, especially on the humanitarian front. Maybe it could be a way to inspire you if you're a highly sensitive person. So that about wraps up this video today, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you don't know this already, I do have an Instagram or a Facebook if you want to check that out. Send me a message, ask me questions, and I'll get back to you. Especially if you have video requests, I'd really love to hear them. But for now, I hope you have a really good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys all again next time. Bye!